pause that. That sounded really sinister. Ooh, let's see what we're getting into. Yes, you did put a note. Let's look at that. That's why I paused it, because I wanted to come and look at what you said about it first. Okay, so this request is coming in from Caro. Caro is his name. And this is LOATHE. Song is called Gifted Every Strength. And this is an Australian band. So immediately you've piqued my interest because, I don't know, I guess there's something about, foreign bands that really threaten. Now, I will say, I do seem to gravitate more towards the Irish, Scottish, UK kind of artists, but yes, Australian band. Actually, you know who, I wouldn't say he's my favorite artist, but he's probably my favorite Australian artist, is Dean Lewis. I very much enjoy his music. I actually saw him live in Atlanta earlier this year, and I had a VIP ticket, so I actually got to do the Q&A with him and all that, and I got to ask him a question, and that was really cool. Maybe one of these days I will tell you what I asked him and share what he answered. But not now, because this is about you, Caro. Okay, it's about you. All right, so this is an Australian band. Let's see, they dropped an album in 2020 that was very detrimental to metal as a whole. It created a whole new sound that lots of bands use nowadays. They haven't dropped a song since 2020 until a few months ago, and this is the song. Very good song. Hope you enjoy. Excellent. All right. So this actually interests me because while, metal may not be my thing, this fascinates me because I love when people throw a wrench in the status quo. I actually quite enjoy that. So let's see. Okay, prepare for every sound possible. They just know cheat codes. That's great. I like that. Argyle has an interview with Dean Lewis. Bet I'm checking that out. Excellent. Thank you for that piece of knowledge. All right. So yeah, okay. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna start playing this, and we're gonna enjoy this because if there is something I enjoy, it is a, what do you call it? A cycle breaker, status quo breaker. I enjoy that kind of thing. Let's do this. All right. Hold on. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Okay, great. We're good. Let's go. Okay, that wasn't quite what I was expecting. This actually has more rock kind of grit to it. I like that. Okay, let's go. Really sorry to pause right there, really truly, but I'm gonna pull up lyrics because while this is not my genre, I am a lyrics person, so if I can follow along with lyrics, I will probably appreciate this more. So let me bring that up. We have okay, let's see. Tearing your soul, screaming just once more. Save all of your words, they're pulling me so low. Paint your lies for what they'll see. Have you heard the news? It's you win, then you lose the next season. Okay, see, already I'm appreciating this more because these are some great lyrics. So, all right, let's keep going. I'm gonna pull it back just a little bit. liked that change up. I really liked that change up. Verse, I said, it's not really my genre. It's not my, but I like the lyrics, and that change up was really cool. I did like that. Kudos to the drummer on this one. 100% kudos to the drummer on this one. Great drums. Yeah, I wasn't expecting any of that during that like 15 to 20 seconds. But yeah, I enjoyed that. That was good. I gotta pull it back just a little bit. I'm actually enjoying all the change-ups. Probably, okay, this is gonna sound like this is gonna sound like mean or rude. I genuinely don't mean it to be. Because this isn't my genre, like because metal is not something I generally enjoy, I think the change-ups are like really inviting for me because like that's not a sound that I really want to sit in very much. You know what I mean? It's not a sound that I generally like or want to sit in. So like just when it starts to get to the point that I'm like, okay, I think I'm kind of done with this sound, it changes up and I'm like, whoa. And then I'm like enjoying it and it's groovy and it's awesome and the drums are killing it. And then it kind of gives a bit more, and then it comes back to that metal a bit and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. This is a metal song. Okay, cool. And then right when I start to get to the point where I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a metal song. Whoa. And we're back to cool stuff again. So this is really cool. I could see why, I'm curious what like metal fans thought of this, because I could see how like a metal fan might be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what is this? It's not metal. But for somebody who's like not usually a metal fan, this is really cool. Like, this is kind of a fun ride to go on, to hear all of these different musical styles and elements and just all of this stuff going on with some metal in it as well, to be able to kind of appreciate all of these different sounds. You know what I mean? So, okay, I think I pulled it back a little bit, but I'm gonna, because I wanted to hear that. There was like, okay, what was really cool, there was like this pause for a second, like it was going and then it just paused and then went, and I really liked that pause. I really like pauses. Anybody who hears my songs, I don't have very many of them up on YouTube because I'm an overthinker and a perfectionist, and I hate the sound of my own voice. So I have way more songs than I have put on my YouTube. But if you go to my YouTube, it's just Julie. I do have a couple of songs on there, and you'll notice, especially one of them in particular, it's called Okay. I like pauses. Okay, I like, that's like a musical like technique or what's the word I'm looking for, like tool to use to create this sort of like dramatic emphasis, or like to emphasize a particular line, or to like emphasize a particular part of the storytelling. Like, I really enjoy that. I love using that like little tactic. So that momentary pause there for a second to give you this like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, ooh, I liked that. I like it a lot. All right, I'm gonna pull it back a little bit just because I want to make sure I hear that part again. Sorry, I'm reading your message. Lots of heaviness. Surprisingly, lots of people love it. Interesting. All right, well, seems to me like they did their job. All right, here we go. Okay, I spoke too soon. I spoke way too soon. Now we're like, just melt my face off. But cool. Like, I'm not saying that in a bad way. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this has some elements. This is cool. And then like literally 20 seconds later, it's like, yes. Okay. Okay. I just need to shut up. I just need to shut up and listen to the song. Okay, let's do it.
Just keep losing. Just supposed to lose.
And we've got like another like interlude coming in. This is cool. Like this is I can see why it totally threw a wrench into like genre stuff for sure. I definitely see it. Sorry to pause it. I kind of got lost in that, like in a good way. Like I was just like vibing to that guitar. I really like that guitar in that section there. I kind of got lost right then. I was like, whoa, Julie, you're like on stream. Come back to reality. Cause like, okay, sorry, let's keep going. Okay. All right, round of applause. Megsy, did we round of applause you? You get one too, ma'am. All right. Wow. Okay, that was interesting. That was like that's not at all like none of that could I have predicted. Like none of that. But that was a whole experience. Like that was so yeah, thank you for bringing okay, this was loathe. Loathe. I might need to give that another listen. Like that's a I'm, I don't sleep at night. Okay. Um so like that's a I'm laying in bed at night not able to sleep and I could use some vibes, you know? That could use another listen because that was really cool. I liked all the change ups in it. I even liked that they didn't even like it seemed like the song was over and like okay we're fading out and yet even in that kind of like fade out there was like this cool little bass line like leading us out. Like that was really cool. I especially liked that little bass line at the end. But yeah, like that was super cool.